What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna be teaching you how to string a warrior burn. This is gonna be the finished product. Nice tight channel, nice depth. So, yeah. Okay, so to start your sidewall, the first thing you're gonna want to do is tie a knot in your sidewall string. I've done a hitch knot, just like we did in the top string. And since we started the top string on the second hole of sidewall, we're going to go down to the third sidewall hole and make that same loop that we did in the top string. So you're going to go through the sidewall hole, through the front of the mesh, back through the same sidewall hole that you started on, and back through the front of that mesh hole. Pull it tight. You want to make your sidewall, the entire sidewall, you want to make it nice and tight so you get a good channel. We're going to skip the next hole. So we're going to skip this sidewall hole, going down to this one. And we're going to do what's called an interlock. Go through the sidewall, through the front of the mesh, and through this loop of string. Remember, pull it tight. Now we're going to go ahead, skip this hole, go down to this one, and interlock again. Remember, through the sidewall hole, then through the mesh, and then through the loop. Pull it tight. We're going to do 2 more interlocks, skipping a hole between each. So skip, interlock, now skip, interlock. That's the last interlock that you're going to be doing. Now we're going to do what's called a 1, which is you go through the front of the mesh, just like that, and pull, like grab your mesh like this, and pull so it lays flat without skipping any sidewall holes. Do an interlock without going through the mesh, because you had already gone through the mesh up there. So that is what a 1 looks like. Okay, now we're going to do what's called a 2. So we're going through 2 holes of mesh. So that's 1 hole, that's 2 holes. And then we're going to do the same, pull it so it lays flat. And not skipping any sidewall holes. Go through the very next sidewall hole, and just like we did before, interlock without going through the mesh because we had already gone before. So that's what it looks like so far. We have 4 interlocks up top, a 1, and a 2. Now we're going to follow it out with 2 more 1s, skipping a hole between each to get us to the bottom of the head. So skip the next sidewall hole. Did a 1, so that's what it looks like. And do another 1. And skip the next sidewall hole. Go down to here. And finally, we're going to do what's called a tie off, which we're going to go through the back of the mesh, through the back of the mesh, then through the very, very bottom sidewall hole. And you're going to tie it off. You want to make sure it's tight, really tight, to get a good channel. You're just going to do a basic overhand knot. But make sure that your knot is tight. So it look like that. And then you go ahead and trim the remainder of the string to wherever you don't. You don't want to trim it too short to there, and you don't want to leave it so long. So, I'll show you where I'm going to trim it. I am going to trim it right about halfway between the extra string and the knot. So that way if I have to go back and fix my sidewall, I can easily. And you're going to take your lighter, be careful, and tip this part so it doesn't fray. And you have completed your sidewall for your warrior burn. Okay, so now you should have your pocket after you have finished the other side. You can choose whatever shooter setup that you want. I choose 2 straights, and then skip a diamond row between each. That's just personal preference for me. That's how I like it. I like how it shoots. So, and me and Matt, before we posted the video, we spent a lot of hours testing the pocket to make sure that you guys would hopefully like it.